This tutorial will cover themes and styles as well as formatting backgrounds with watermarks, for example, and using a cap drop. During this exercise, we're going to look at how to format a document with a theme, as well as, formatting the document's background. So it wants us to go ahead and click the Design tab. And then we're going to click the drop down under the colors. So here it gives you a variety of different selections in which you could choose from. So let's choose maybe this blue-green. And so essentially it will change based on that color combination. And then it says, okay, click the drop down arrow under fonts. And then now we can choose which particular kind of font theme we want. Let's go with Century Gothic here. And then this says click the drop down under themes. So this is another way that you could do this. It's kind of already got a preset of font and character formatting, colors, all rolled into one. And so using those particular colors, fonts, and the theme section is how you can change or modify your page. If we also click on the Design tab in the page background group, so here's the page background group, we could click the page color button and we could choose a color and the page color will be applied. So let's say I wanted to go with a dark green, maybe a little bit lighter green here on that, okay? Click the page color drop down arrow again, and then there's one that says fill effects. And under the colors, you can select the two colors that maybe you would want. And you can select the two colors for your shading. And so I'm going to go with a gray and green here. And then you can choose your shading style, which way you want the shade to go, the transparency on it, etc. So instead now I've done this gray and green kind of shaded page. That covers formatting some of the background, changing colors, themes, etc. So for this, we're going to look at inserting a watermark and doing a page border. On the Design tab in the page background group, we're going to click watermark drop down arrow and we're going to move it to the confidential one, and it gives the title down here. And now you'll see that with our color scheme that we had previously, it put confidential in this gray watermark. It says select the text, watermark option button. Let's see here. Oh, I skipped a step, that's why. Sorry. So watermark, then custom watermark, and then you can actually change the text by inserting a custom word here. So we could type instead the word final, if that's what we wanted our watermark to say, and then click apply and OK. And now it will have changed what that watermark says. So whatever you want that watermark to be, you can be creative in that. For the page border, on the design tab, which we're on it, page background group, here's our page borders option. And so there's a borders and shading box. You've got your tabs up here. It tells you kind of what the settings are. And you can choose your styles, colors with here. So we want to go with the shadow option. We're going to choose a color. Let's go with this blue color. You'll choose a width. I'm going to make it to where we can definitely see it. And then it says you would click the apply button or OK. And so now we have that border around this page. And that's how you do the watermark in a border. So for this exercise, we're going to do a drop cap. I'm not necessarily going to open up a different document. I'm just going to do it within the document we have. So it wants us to go to the first letter. So I'm just going to go to the first letter, step number 2 here to show you. So I've highlighted the C. Now it's going to have us go to the insert tab, which we're on, and then it wants us to go to the drop cap button, which depending on your Word program you're using, it may actually say drop cap. You may just see this with lines and a big A kind of in this corner there. And if you highlight over it, it will say add drop cap. So we're going to click the drop cap button and we're going to select the dropped piece here. And then it said to click it again, and you can see the drop cap options. You can have it, none, dropped, or in the margin. You can also change the font. So maybe we want our font to be a little different. And how many lines to drop or how far the distance is from the text. So you can do all of that as well. So this is like when you're reading a book, that sometimes the very first letter of something is capitalized. And so that's this letter here. And that is exactly how you do a drop cap.